January 12, 2013 AD. Denver, Colorado, United States of America. Sports Authority Field at Mile High Stadium. 2012 NFL Divisional Playoffs. Denver Broncos were hosting the Baltimore Ravens. They played a game that would go on to be known as the Mile High Miracle and also as one of the greatest games in NFL history.
Baltimore will get their hands on the football first, and the divisional playoffs are underway.
The fourth-ranked Ravens knocked off the Colts in the wild card game the week before, and the Broncos were the AFC's number 1 seed, and they had a bye. Denver entered the game as 9-point favorites. At 13 degrees, it was football weather, forcing Peyton Manning to wear gloves on both hands, forcing him to throw for less than 300 yards. I don't know. He had Trenton Holiday to thank for that. The win probability is, as you can see, all over the place, but still always in the favor of the Broncos until the start of overtime. That's how favored the Broncos really were to win this game, even when they were losing by a touchdown. Now let's talk about what set it apart from other playoff games. The game had 4 lead changes and 5 ties, more than any other playoff game that year in both categories. The two teams combined for 73 points, the most of any playoff game since the 2009 wild card between the Packers and the Cardinals. Here's a summary of the game. Trenton Holiday scored the game's first points on a 90-yard punt return touchdown to put the Broncos up 7-0. Joe Flacco responded with a 59-yard touchdown pass to Torrey Smith to tie it at 7. Peyton Manning throws a pick 6 to Corey Graham, 14-7 Ravens. Peyton responded with a 15-yard touchdown toss to Brandon Stokely to tie it at 14 at the end of the first quarter. A Manning 19-yard pass to Noshawn Moreno made it 21-14 Denver. Flacco tied it at 21 with a Torrey Smith 32-yard touchdown pass. So it was tied at 21 at half. I'm going to show you the second half kickoff because it's either a big play or a boo-boo.
He'll be able to run this one out of the end zone from about 4 or 5 yards deep. And right up the middle of the field. And there he goes! Holiday! 20-10 touchdown Denver!
That's right, the same Trenton Holiday that scored the first points on a punt return for 90 yards ran back a 104-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, the first player to do so in NFL playoff history. So anyway, it's 28-21 Broncos, but of course the Ravens responded with a Ray Rice fuel drive as well as a Ray Rice 1-yard touchdown run, tied at 28. Broncos scored via a Manning 22-yard pass to Demaryius Thomas, going up 35-28 with 7 and change left in the game. After each team swapping punts, Flacco and the Ravens had the ball with no timeouts on their own 23-yard line, with 1 minute and 9 seconds to go. Enter the Rocky Mountain Rainbow, Flacco Fling, Miracle at Mile High Stadium, whatever you might call it.
He's got great speed, but that's not going to get it done. Flacco stepping up and throwing deep down the far sideline. Caught! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Jacoby Jones!
A 70-yard touchdown pass from Flacco to Jacoby Jones ties the game at 35. We can blame the Broncos secondary, or specifically second-year safety Raheem Moore, for the reason Jones got open. But still, it's TV drama at its best in the NFL playoffs. With half a minute to go, John Fox elected to kneel it and play for overtime, the most controversial coaching decision of the day, perhaps. The Broncos had 2 timeouts, the number 4 ranked offense in the league, and one of the best QBs of all time. They kneeled it. The longest scoreless stretch of the game happened to be the first overtime period. With half a minute to go, the Broncos on their own 38-yard line, Peyton Manning channeled his inner Brett Favre. Sorry, Vikings and Packers fans, but he just did. And he perhaps threw the costliest interception of his then 18-year career. Rolling right and throwing across his body, he gets picked off by Corey Graham, immediately putting the Ravens on the edge of field goal range.
Intercepted by Baltimore's Corey Graham.
Rookie kicker Justin Tucker replaced a veteran Billy Cundiff after missing a 32-yard field goal in the 2011 AFC Championship game that would have sent their game with the Patriots into overtime. Tucker had missed 3 field goals all season, all coming in the 40 to 49-yard range, but in the thin air of Mile High Stadium and a 47-yard field goal, distance was not an issue.
Well, the huge underdog is 1 kick away. This would send Baltimore to the AFC Championship game.
Does Foxy call a timeout here? I hate to say icing, as cold as it is.
Kick is on its way, and it looks good.
A rookie kicker decided a back-and-forth offensive battle with no successful field goals up until that point. A rookie kicker sent home Peyton Manning early, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, all the while preserving the career of one of the greatest middle linebackers ever, Ray Lewis. That's what makes football beautiful, and that's what makes this game one of the greatest games in NFL history.